everyone, I'm Sam. In this exercise, I'm going to be going over how to do keyframing in Maya. You'll also learn pose to pose versus straight ahead principle of animation, as well as the slow in and out principle of animation. So it should be pretty exciting. All right, so the first thing we want to do is set up our file saving system for this project. So we need to go up to File, and then go down to Project Window. Click on Project Window. You're going to want to name your current project Shape Exercise. So click on New, highlight that, and then rename it Shape Exercise. Once you've done that, click on Accept. And now we're going to need to go back up to File and actually set our project to the folder that we just created. So click on Set Project, click on that folder, make sure it's set, the title of the folder is down here in this directory line, and then hit Set. And now we're going to want to save the file, the scene that we're about to create as a file, so that while we're working we can be constantly saving and it'll just go to be saved to where we want it to be saved. So click Save Scene As, and we're going to title this scene Keyframe Exercise. We want to make sure that the type of file is Maya ASCII, and then we'll click Save As. Okay, so now that we have our file system set up, we can go ahead and start the exercise. The first thing we want to do is to create a shape. I am going to use a cube, but you are also welcome to use something like a cone. So if you're doing a cube, go up to the Create menu, go down to Polygon Primitives. Right next to where it says Cube, click on the little box that's next to it. And when you open up the Polygon Cube options, yours is probably going to say the width, height, and depth as 1. I would like you to change that to 2 just to make it a little bigger and easier to work with. Once you have done that, you just highlight it, click 2, enter. All right. So once you've changed the width, height, and depth to 2, click Create. So now you have this awesome little cube here. The next thing I want you to do is to move the box up on the grid so that the bottom of the box is setting on the floor of the grid, or that it's level with the bottom. The grid and the bottom of the box are level with each other. So the easiest way to do this is by looking at it via the side or front view. The view that we're in right now is the perspective view, which means we can just, by holding down either Alt, or if you have a PC, or Command if you have a Mac, and the left mouse button, you can see any perspective and zoom in and out from any perspective around the cube. And the side, front, top view we can see by having our mouse hovering in this perspective window, and then we will hit the space bar. And as you can see, now we have 4 different windows with 4 different views of the same cube. We have the perspective right here, the side X view right here, the front Z view right here, and the top Y view right here. So if we go ahead and click on, put our mouse in the front view window and hit spacebar again, it zooms into just that view. And next thing we'll want to do is to get the move tool active for our cube. So the shortcut for that on the keyboard is W. Hit W. So as you can see, the tool is right now in the center of the box, and we want to get it to actually be located on the bottom. So what this is the point on your object at which this tool is located is called your pivot point. And so, for instance, if you were to hit the rotate, which is your E key, this is the point at which your object rotates around. You might want that to be on the bottom of your box, so I'm going to show you how to do that. Go ahead and hit W again. And if you've rotated your cube at all, just go ahead and hit Command Z until all of these are at the rotate X, Y, and Z are at 0. And then what you'll do is hold down D on your keyboard. And when you do that, you'll see the move tool has this blue circle. And the next thing you want to do is be able to snap it to the bottom of the box. And you'll do that by holding down the V key. And when you hold down D and V together, you'll see that that yellow square in the center has turned to a circle. And then all you do is take that green arrow and move it till it snaps to the bottom of the box. And keep in mind you're holding down D and V while you're moving your tool. And once you have it snapped to the bottom, just let go. All right. So now that you have your move tool located on the bottom of your box, you can easily snap your box to the ground floor. And you can snap it to the grid by holding down the X key, left clicking on the green arrow and just moving it up until it snaps to that grid. There you go. And now what I would like you to do is hit spacebar again, and then move your mouse into the perspective window, the top right, hit spacebar again. So now you have your box sitting on the grid level. Cool. If you look over in your channel box editor, you'll see translate Y says 1. But we actually want this to be 0 because the box is sitting on the grid. We want when the move tool is resting on the grid, we would like translate Y to be at 0. It just makes things easier, and you'll see in future projects too that this will be helpful to know. So what I want you to do is go up to your edit button, click on that, and then at this point it's always good to delete history, so we're going to delete the history. And the next thing we want to do is click on modify and then freeze transformations. And so once we've done that, we'll see that translate y now says 0. That's where we want it to be. All right.